Well, so it is, I think the 13th, of August today. I'm now 42 for a wee while, years old. Um, yeah, I guess it's checking after holidays, and I was checking in with myself this morning. I had a bit of a okay sleep, got a bit of a sore shoulder pain, which was waking me up. It was nice to be, back home, sleeping in my own bed, but very hot again last night. It's humid as hell here in the UK compared to abroad in Kazakhstan. But yeah, it's having a bit of reflective space time, which is really good. Um, Also, and just thinking about things, and I guess I was reflecting on the way up here because I've not been up to this favourite fence post for ages actually. And I was also looking at the fasting thing on the way up here. I did set a fast this morning. We'll see how it goes. And it said 19 days since the last fast, which was interesting because I've been on holiday for about, I don't know, that long nearly. And usually when I go on these long holidays, I come back, and this is hand on heart, pretty much always I come back about 10 kilos heavier. That's pretty consistent, pretty much. Yeah, probably around 10 kilos heavier every time I go on a 2+ week holiday, out of routine, and being a guest at people's houses, relatives' houses, and also going out for meals in restaurants all the time and eating out and not having so much of a routine with food. Um, and but this time, I've been consistent with the walking and running, even when on holiday, and so I've kept the 100 kilometers going, even if I've had long drives and aeroplane things going on and all sorts. I've tried to load the day before or load the day afterwards with more mileage so that I balance it out. Um, and I've gone out even if I'd had a drink and eaten heavily the night before, generally, for walks, or runs, and just grinded it out and stuff. And actually, it's felt pretty damn good. And I've been lucky, obviously, without getting any injury, touch wood, but I've generally been walking a lot. I have got a bit of a sore left knee today. I have got shoulder pain from one of my sons yanking me up when I asked them to help me up for a laugh, but then they yanked it and it tore a muscle a little bit. And then I was playing with some relatives and tore it a bit more. And then carrying a big heavy rucksack has not helped. So I did wake up a load of times last night with shoulder pain and stuff, but it is what it is, and it's that kind of, sometimes we just got to kind of accept that these things are happening and go with the flow and stretch it out, do what you can. Let's go slowly, do things. Anyway, so weighed up this morning, and I'm basically exactly the same weight as when I left. It's basically that 128, 129 mark, which is pretty miraculous, to be honest, all considered. But I guess I was reeling back and thinking, well, what did I do to make that happen? Well, I guess I kept the mileage going of the walking and running while on holiday. I did generally choose high protein options when I was eating, but I did eat carbs as well and cake and stuff. But I think probably less bread and less carb type foods than I would usually when I would put on all that weight and stuff previously when on holidays. Probably more protein choices. Drinks wise, generally drinking water, some coffees. With alcohol, I was drinking vodka instead of beer, but not a massive amount, I wouldn't say, considered, which probably helped. And water, really. Yeah, and so I guess the consistency with the walking and running helps a lot. Food choices does help. Um, yeah, and it feels damn good, to be honest, to have managed to do that. And also, I was thinking about this idea of like tangible outcomes. And so, I was thinking about how, I do the YouTube bits of stuff and things, which is fine and a bit of a hobby. And it is a hobby where it kind of helps me to get out walking and doing things like that, and to go and foraging and taking pictures and videos of things that I'm doing, which I would do anyway, really. But then I just upload it and stuff. But there's an element of thinking, well, what tangible outcomes do I have from things, you know? And I was thinking about that as I was stepping about in Kazakhstan and thinking about how hard everybody general existence is in other countries, and you know, the tangible nature of things. What's going to help in a tangible manner with things? And I guess I was thinking, you know, my Russian skills are pretty basic, but you know, okay. But I was thinking, if you know I'm likely to go back to these places where people speak Russian, it would help a great deal to be very fluent and competent in that. And I think that would be a very tangible goal to work on, something that's very clear whether or not, you know, somebody's competent in something or not, whether or not it's useful or not. And I think it would be useful. Um, you know, read very fluent, conversation would be nice. Understand everything very clearly, that would be nice. And I guess I'm just reflecting on people's personalities and behaviours in different countries, and you know how it compares, and you know how people tend to do things differently. And it kind of sharpened me up a bit again and made me think about what am I doing. So yeah, so I guess my reflections are quite extensive. I guess it's this idea of tangible outcomes, and so I'm thinking of really focusing on being productive with the increase in competency around my language skills for the next year until I go on holiday again in that direction around there, and that would feel pretty satisfying because it's not like a shifting sands of maybe or maybe not. It's very much like, well, this is the case. I've also got obviously uni stuff to do, got work stuff to do, which is fine. I've got charity stuff to do. Obviously, we're still doing the charity fundraiser. This is week 10, which I'm, you know, halfway through nearly, of this 10-week challenge of 100 kilometers walking and running. It's also a bit of a weight loss challenge with a bit of fasting involved, seeing how much weight, you know, can come off, or how fit I feel from it, how good I feel from it. Mentally, I feel good from the walking and running. But I do think that it will help a great deal with the knee pain. It did help with the knee pain doing the fasting. I think it's going to help with the shoulder and knee pain if I do fasting again. Hopefully, anyway. So I'm thinking that would be one of the main reasons to doing it, really, reducing inflammation, having a reset post-holiday, drinking plenty of water, taking some of my multivitamins again and things, my routine around that. Um, you know, having a reset really, and just seeing where it settles after a couple of days. It might actually be I've lost some weight on holiday, which would be quite miraculous. But I have done quite a lot of running and walking on holiday. So anyway, beautiful to be back in Kent. Nice cool morning. It's going to be hot today. I probably need to water the vegetables, but it's lovely to be back. And also just thinking about gratitude, gratefulness for everything in life, and gratitude for health, people, um, you know, everything really. So yeah, take care for now, and best of luck with whatever you're working on, and have a good day.